In today's series of this Igon history interview, we shall be having our elder statesman, the person of Honorable Ali Brandon. Sir, we will meet you, your full names, and then you give us a brief about your political journeys.
Well, distinguished gentlemen of the press, before I go into that, let me use this opportunity to welcome you to this arena. I also want to thank you for affording me opportunity among thousands or millions of Egon people that give me opportunity to share my thought, my thinking, my experience, and my perspective to issues. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Having said so, my names are Ali Apandam. I was born and brought up in the Dan Lafia division, which metamorphosed into the Lafia Native Authority and later becomes a local government, Lafia local government, being a recommendation or being a process of reform by the Dasuki report. I was born and brought up in Lafia about over 70 years ago. So I schooled at SUM and CMA schools in Gidahausa and CMA school in Agarago. Other schools that I've attended include the Government Teachers College, Wamba, Federal Polytechnic, Nasarawa, and University of Jos. These are the schools that I've touched a little bit. So, my journey of life, I'm a tailor by profession. I'm also being trained by my father as a farmer. I worked and I also been taught, like we had, has been taught as a teacher. I work as a teacher and I work briefly also with the Lafia Agriculture Development Project, which is LDP in those days. And later, I come to join politics after I went through all these experience. I came to join politics around 1987. So by 1979, I was advised to contest for the State House of Assembly in the Ben Plateau, but I did not see anything good about it and I rejected the offer. So when I rejected the offer, that opportunity was given to the Nigili man, Mr. Daniel Musa Jato, who was being elected with the contribution of the Egon people. And he went to the State House of Assembly. At that time, I continued my teaching until 1987. By December, election came up and my people still insisted that I should represent them in the local government council. So election has been conducted and I win election as a councillor representing Agarago Tofa unopposed at that time. After that, the military had dissolved our tenure in 1989. Between 1989 1991, I also contested for the chairman of Life Local Government in 1991 by December. And by the grace of God, I win that election. Became the chairman, executive chairman of Life Local Government at that time. So after that one, by 1996 or thereabout, when Abacha took over from NX Shenekon, he established a good number, he introduced idea of multiple political party. You know, Babangida was using NRC and SDP to conduct election.
Yes, sir.
That is the election that will contest as the chairman of local government then. But when Abacha came in, he introduced the multiple
Political parties.
And our forum, which is the Algon for the entire Nigeria, the forum has been converted when our tenure has been dissolved. We use our forum to form a political party called the Grassroots Democratic Party. And I was a pioneer in charge of Nasarawa, because when we started the process, Nasarawa was part of the plateau. In fact, the day we were to carry the material to Abuja was the day that the military announced the splitting of the plateau and Nasarawa.
1996.
In 1996 October.
Wow.
So I became in charge of Nasarawa.
Of the Algon.
Of this Grassroots Democratic Party.
Okay.
The association has been converted to a political association.
Okay.
So I became the pioneer chairman at that time. The process we have went through. So I'm just trying to point out some few things that I have done politically. So at that time, we went ahead and conduct the local government under that auspices. I was able to bring someone in Lafia and made him win the chairman of Lafia local government under the Grassroots Democratic Party.
After your tenure?
After my tenure.
Okay.
After my tenure. By 1997-98 or 797-99 that this thing happened. By 1999 election, I contested for House of Representatives, Lafia and Obi constituency. So, in the process, our elders felt that one of our clans, which is known as Egonero, were behind educationally and otherwise.
Okay.
They are not being represented in the affair of our people. And so we felt they should be encouraged. So they pleaded with me to withdraw for the boy. And I withdrew for the boy and he won his election.
Who is that?
Mr. Alhaji Suleiman Chashulu.
Okay.
He was the first person who won election as a member of the House of Representatives in Lafia local government or
federal
constituency at that time.
Okay.
By 1996-7, I've contested for the seat of governorship.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Also, we're actually talking to
the executive governor. Exactly.
Will be
at that time.
Yeah.
So when we were
under what platform, sir?
Under the ACL.
Wow.
We started with the AC, we started with the DPM. And metamorphosed to AC and later ACN. When Atiku chose to dump PDP and move to AC for the purpose of contesting presidential election.
Yes, I remember.
With the Obasanjo at that time. So, at that time, I was the deputy chairman of the party. So
states or national?
State.
Okay.
I was the state deputy chairman of the party before the issue of election came in. Then I indicated my interest to contest for the governorship. So we were coming closely to the election. Atiku Abubakar decided that he wanted to bring his boy to contest election in Nasarawa because history has it that they have tried it so many times. When you sponsor somebody whom you didn't know, when you win election, then you return to be your enemy. And so he would prefer to use his to contest for the seat of governor in Nasarawa State. If really we want to win the election and we want him to invest his resources into the project in Nasarawa, we should give him that opportunity. He will be more comfortable. So I withdrew. When I withdrew for Engineer Sule, Professor Gubernatorial chose to go ahead in the primary.
With the context with Sule then.
Okay. With the Sule. When Sule secured
the ticket
of
ACM.
Yes. He decided to plead with me to deputize for him. And I thought, in age, I see him, I can't see how I can deputize Sule at that time. But the people, the co-founder of the party, myself, Suleiman Ibam, Bala Tefida, Wenji Gewado, we are the key founder of the party in the state. And they said, Mr. Man, if you say no, and this thing become a reality, we didn't know Sule, and Sule didn't know any of us, neither to talk of our value. So people would like to vote this man because of us. What will happen if we have a government that will have somebody who knew our value?
Is it a different Sule or the Sule?
The Sule we are seeing today in the state.
Okay.
The present governor of the state.
Okay.
So he pleaded with me to accept the offer, which I did. I was a deputy gubernatorial candidate in that election.
Oh.
Yeah. So these are some few things that we have put on ground politically.
For the state.
in the state.
At the time, Alant, you contested for senatorial seats.
Yeah.
When was it and under what platform?
Well, at the time, I contested for House of Reps, first of all.
Okay.
There was a supplementary election in 1998. There was a supplementary election.
Right.
And I went in. So, in that election, along the line, the Almakura chose to plead with me to pave way for his son to go.
For House of Reps.
For House of Reps. So we have that understanding.
Lafia Obi constituency.
Lafia Obi constituency.
Okay.
So, and I did. So, by the time we are talking about the
senatorial seats,
the senatorial seat, it was in 2019 election that I contested for the seat of Senate
under
the ABGA of recent. That was the period that I contested for the Senate. On one side, there are a few other things that I have done politically. So, we went ahead after that abracadabra that happened in the state. And Sule found himself, because at that time, the first election, we lost the election. So he couldn't go the governor at that time until 2019, that he became the state governor.
At a point, you became his special advisor?
No, I didn't work under him.
Okay.
I didn't work with him. I worked with the Tanko Almakura.
Okay.
In 2011 election.
As a special advisor to the governor?
A special advisor to the governor.
Okay.
I started as a member of Christian Welfare Board.
Okay. Pilgrim Board.
Before Tanko decided to relocate me from the Christian Pilgrim Board to senior special advisor at that time.
Okay.
Before, after that one, that I have contested for the Senate. That was what happened at that time. So, I served as the senior special advisor under Tanko Almakura. This is the journey of my political career.
So it's nice talking with our father, it shows how vast and experienced you are in the field of politics, especially in Nasarawa State. So we're actually talking to the right person. Haven't downloaded this much. We would like to ask you to give us a brief about the senatorial delineation and their local governments as it is in Nasarawa State for a lot of viewers who do not know.
Well, by delineation of a constituency, if I get you right, we are talking about how the state was partitioned,
yes,
was divided,
yeah,
was also demarcated,
splitting it
into a fraction.
That's right, sir.
Of a political unit that the electorate can now elect their senator who represent them at the national level.
Exactly, sir.
Well, the state has been split using the state internal boundary, which is called local government. It is the 13 local government that we have in the state that was partitioned into 3 different units representing the senatorial district or senatorial zone.
Okay.
Well, like in the Nasarawa Senatorial district or zone, we have about 5 local government, namely Awe, Kiana, Doma, Obi, and Lafia.
Okay.
Lafia, Doma, Obi, each of the local government have about 10 Lafia is having 13 electoral wards. Obi is having 10, Kiana 10, Awe 10, and Obi 10. In totality, we have about 53 electoral wards in the five
local
government in the Southern Senatorial.
Okay.
Nasarawa North, which is Akwanga, Wamba, and Nasarawa Egon. The 3 local governments form a senatorial district called Nasarawa North. In this local government, we have 10 local government for Wamba, 10 electoral wards, 10 electoral wards for Wamba, 11 for Akwanga, and 14
for Nasarawa.
Nasarawa. In totality, the number of the electoral ward in that zone is about 35.
Okay.
The Nasarawa West. The Nasarawa West have about 5 local government. Mainly, Kokona, Kefi, Karu, Toto, and Nasarawa. The Nasarawa is having about 15 electoral wards. Toto, 12, Karu, 11, and Kefi is 10, and Kokona 11. The total number of electoral wards in that zone,
Western
Senatorial zone, is about 59 electoral wards put together.
Wow.
In this same senatorial, in this same 3 senatorial districts, we also have a number of 5 legislators who are called member of House of Representatives.
Federal
House of Representatives. Within these 3 senatorial zones. So for Lafia is having 2 members. One of the constituency is Kiana, Awe, and Doma. The second constituency is Lafia and Obi. When you move to Nasarawa North, the Nasarawa North share the same constituency with the senator. It's also having about 3 local government.
Okay.
The whole of the
zone. Okay.
Is one House of Representatives. For Nasarawa West, Kokona, Kefi, and Karu is 1 member. Kokona, Kefi, and Karu, 1 member. When Nasarawa and Toto
another member.
Is another member. That was the number, that was the constituency of the 2 national assembly that we have. When we come down to the state, we have about 24 legislators that are representing the people in the state.
House of Assembly.
Okay. And among the 13 local government we have, about 11 local government have 2 members.
Okay.
And so it is only Wamba and Kiana that are having 1-1,
okay,
which bring the number into 24. So, like I've told you before, that was the state position or composition of the State House of Assembly. I told you the number of the electoral ward in each zone by implication. That is the total number of the councillors that we have in the state. It was about 147.
Did we say councillors or state house or something?
Yeah, for councillors.
Okay.
I told you that each electoral ward is a constituency, is a constituency of a councillor.
That's right.
So we have about 147 electoral ward, and by implication, 147 councillors. That is the whole number of constituency that we have in the state.
So how do we distinguish the responsibility of House of Representatives and a senator?
Well, the House of Representatives and the Senate is the highest body that takes the final decision on the issue. You know, sometimes if each of the House deliberated on what they feel it should be, at a point, the two houses will meet together and fashion the way on making whatever resolution they make to become a law.
Okay. Thank you, sir. In the Southern Senatorial Zone, what are the estimated number of tribes or languages that we have in the Southern Senatorial Zone, where you belong, sir?
Well, it's a very simple question, but it's a very complex and difficult too.
Okay.
Difficult in the sense that the zone is hosting the state capital. Because of the strategic position of the zone, and so it will be difficult for one to say exactly the number of the people or the number of the tribal combination of the zone. Rather, I want you to know that the whole tribes of Nasarawa State are found in this zone. They are residing here because many of them are working in the state capital. Some choose not to go back to their original local government. And so, if you know the number of the combination of the tribe that we have in Nasarawa State, all of them are in this zone.
Okay.
Apart from them, there are a good number of tribes or ethnic nationality who found themselves in Nasarawa State either as a result as a federal staff or those who came for business and so on and so forth. Except if you are asking me to tell you about the indigenous people of the zone or the natives.
Exactly.
Or the natives in the zone. I will be able to tell you that we have a Gon people, we have the Alago people, we have the Nigili people, we have the Jukun people, we have the Gwandara people, we have Ake people, we have Agato people, we have also the Tip people, we have the Kanuri, and also Hausa, Fulani, who are also claiming to be the indigenous of the state. And that is a composition that I will be able to tell you.
Yeah, it's nice knowing all this. You are quite vast in this field.
Thank you.
And we're quite happy to have you on this interview. So if the Igbo people are quite large in their numbers in the Southern Senatorial zone, why do they seem to be voiceless?